First off, what I'd like to do is I would like to introduce to you Erin Casper. This is Erin Casper right here. Yay. She is the new head of Masquerade. Yay! Erin has done a lot of work running very similar shows.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the 2005 Masquerade. For those of you who don't know me, this is my very first CONvergence.
Ooh, all right.
It's fabulous. It's one of the. It's an amazing experience. It really is. A little bit of my background. I worked in professional theater for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. On the technical side, I was the entertainment director at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival for 3 years, and I have produced, directed, or stage managed the local juggling show every year for like 12 or 14 years. So I've done this kind of thing before, just never a masquerade.
Chris, like when he was here, he also had on display some of his work. Some molds and stuff like that. You know, his Arnold Schwarzenegger bust and things like that. So we'll go over this way. All right, we'll go over this way.
Come on, Alex, we're walking.
Nobody's staying here.
This hallway is actually gone, and this hallway is part of the main stage space. On the other side is the dealer's room, and it's basically.
How's the dock master?
Chilling, sitting by the dock of the bay. I got a book, I got a computer, I got beautiful women walking by, one at least. You know, I'm in good shape.
Relatively, right?
Gotta get a steady hand, but it's not a good way.
Documentary.
I guess we'll try it.
Why didn't I? Yeah. Because all this stuff is already in his trailer and.
All right.
This is Hotel 1. And main stage needs you?
1, 2, 3, then from left to right. Yes.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What?
Put a big...
Last year, at CONvergence last year was the unveiling of the first bar, which lasted about 6 or 7 months.
That's a long bar.
It is. It managed many parties, and then it gave up the ghost. So I sold it.
So now more bar,
More
more ice,
more facade.
more facade. Ooh.
Watch it wiggles.
It's
Strawberry flavored, yeah. I got tomorrow's in the fridge.
This is where COF2E2 is.
Good to know.
Yeah, it'll be important. If you drink coffee, you need to know. Now we're going to go up the stairs.
I need to talk to Lauren and see what kind of tea she's going to serve.
How is preparation going?
Fine, actually.
Yeah?
We found our honey. Now we just need to find film for our volunteers camp.
Is that who that is?
Well, that's our honey right there.
Oh, okay.
This whole floor is constant. So it's
Oh, no, you're right. Take a shot, man. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are putting food out. Soon there will be bagels.
Excellent.
Yogurt, Stonyfield Farm, apricot mango, only the best.
This room is what last year was the science room. It's basically a bunch of science displays that some other groups bring in. The next a lot of people lose them. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Ah, okay, so you'll have to go over there and get it. Oh, that's funny. I better fire up my machine here.
I'm waking it
On
up.
the battery. Or maybe you can't.
Well, it's trying to.
Yeah, it's trying to do that bad.
The next room, that's where Theater Nippon was last year.
Hello.
Came together nicely.
Well, we're getting there. We're
Yeah.
probably about 80% of the way.
Nice. Excited?
Yeah.
You don't seem so sure about that.
Yeah, you never know how it's going to turn out, but
True.
we have a pretty good track record of Theater Nippon, so we're just worried about the room not getting too full.
A lot of anime fans here today. I heard a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, well, this is when we was at Anime Detour, we had a room party for CONvergence. We did Maltz, and Jeremy Stromberg did that. It was actually one of the best room party there is. Of course, there are only 2 room parties. But most of the people we talked to there hadn't been to CONvergence, hadn't heard of it. CONvergence was the big sponsor in the back of the program, so could be a lot of new anime fans.
Good.
Like that. This is like the greatest. Why I have the greatest job in the universe.
Adamantium vibranium alloy with adamantium rim, so it'll bounce.
That's what I thought. And I got into this. I got into this email argument with both Mark Wade and Kurt Busiek. And that's why I'm telling. This is why I'm telling you I have the greatest job in the universe. I was telling people, saying, yeah, I just had this email discussion with the writer of Fantastic Four as to the chemical composition of Captain America's shield. It's a special steel alloy with vibranium. And Kurt Busiek says this was what was established by Mark Grunwald. And we said, okay, and Mark, was considered to be like a patron, a saint.
Oh yeah.
And so
He was
if
the
Mark
one that wrote
says
all
it,
the technical stuff for the Marvel
if Mark
universe.
said it,
Yeah.
no, the claim was that Captain America's shield was created by adamantium was created in an accident trying to replicate the shield, and that's why it's not. And I thought so too. And Mark Waid said, not only did I think so, I'm the one responsible for writing this, but Kurt tells me that I'm wrong. And so it was very funny.
Are you still in touch with Ellen? How is she?
I can't say I know this doesn't look good, but I gotta go.
Because Eotex was in a shuttle accident?
Yes.
Tell your friend Eotex that he needs to learn how to ride in a shuttle.
Well, I would, except he's not my friend, he's my boss. And it's not his name, it's his title.
Eotex?
Emperor of the entire galactic system. I'll call you.
Yeah, I need a phrase. Something that will encapsulate everything the emperor is trying to accomplish in a way that will resonate with the masses for years to come. How about don't board a shuttle with an incompetent clone for a pilot? They're all incompetent. They're all incompetent. They're all clones. I need a phrase.
Did I say something was wrong with your office? No. That is exactly why I'm certain something is wrong with my office. I'm going to my office.
Are you going to your meeting with the Yearbook ambassador?
Is he in my office?
No.
Hello? No, those are not the droids I'm looking for.
Ewok song celebration. What is the Ewok song celebration? Toby, do you know the Ewok song celebration?
Freedom. We've got freedom.
No, wait. It's got to be the original language.
Yubna, beach, not the Yubna, but Toby Chikin, Gadoop, Fling,
CJ, I need a phrase.
For the speech.
Yes, for the speech.
How about somebody tell me what the heck I'm supposed to do with a couple of womp rats in my office?
No, it doesn't sing.
How about never give up, never surrender?
That is kind of exactly the opposite of what the Emperor has in mind.
CJ, Josh, meeting at Leo's office now.
There are 2 womp rats in my office.
I don't think Leo wants you to bring them to the meeting.
Sam is having difficulty finding the phrase, my master.
Your puny phrase is insignificant compared to the power of the Force. You don't know the power of the dark
That is it. I will have a speech for you in 15 minutes, Mr. Emperor.
Hello? You want to evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances. Hello? Hello? One of the best jobs, I have to say, is standing up here and getting to introduce the guests. The best job, I think, is actually being a guest. But I don't think that's going to happen for a while. So I will settle for introducing them. I would like to start by introducing Larry Dixon. Larry Dixon, if you would rise to your feet and wave it for the nice... the world's most thwarted Formula One driver, Larry Dixon. Okay, the next person I'd like to introduce, well, let's see, she's done a few books. Many cool books. She's also a talented musical lyricist, and she's written a bunch of books. And she is a woman of a myriad of talents. I encourage you to talk to her. Mercedes Lackey, ladies and gentlemen. Harry Knowles is the man behind Ain't It Cool News. He is also a producer on the upcoming movie John Carter of Mars. And Ghost Town. Please find him, he's great to talk to. Harry Knowles. Jay Father Geek Knowles is the man behind Ain't It Cool News. He is also the curator of the Ain't It Cool News Museum, and he has been a collector of movie memorabilia and trivia and all sorts of interesting facts for longer than many of you have been alive, longer than me. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Knowles. Jim Kikalius, rhymes with alias. He told me that. Jim is a professor of physics at the University of Minnesota. He is the official rocket scientist for KQRS and for Wizard Magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jim Kekalius. For the next two gentlemen, I'm just going to list pretty much what they worked on, and you guys can be just as impressed as I am. They don't really need a whole lot more introduction than that. Marv Wolfman created Blade, Bullseye, Crisis on Infinite Earths, well, did the Crisis on Infinite Earths, caused the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Teen Titans. Marv Wolfman. And Len Wein created Swamp Thing. Wolverine. Storm. She's a girl. Thanks. And my personal favorite, he worked on Reboot. Ladies and gentlemen, Len Wein. Please take your opportunities during the course of the convention to go up, say hi, talk to them, be polite, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
In addition to the guests that we introduced today, for many years we've had a lot of guests that had a great time and claimed they would come back. And this year some of them did. Amongst the many other professionals who are joining us here this weekend, we have several returning guests. Eleanor Arneson will be here this weekend. Chris Ballas is going to be here. Christian Colhoun is going to be here. Denise Garner. Pam Kesey. John Kovalik. Vincent Trutner are all joining us this week. So it's going to be a great weekend. We're really excited to have those folks back with us. As far as I know, Christian is about halfway to earning his volunteer t-shirt already. So the other 6 of them are going to have a lot of work to do. This room back here is the Cinema Rex room. This is where the movies are held. I don't know if it's open or not. It's like the perfect room for what they do. They have a concession stand that they set up here. So they've got popcorn and candy. All the tech is behind the table. And then they've actually even got a pop machine. And then the screen is literally right where that screen is located.
Is it that size then?
It's actually bigger.
Okay.
And so then they also have a trailer full of couches. So it's...
I gotta go find parking.
Alright, I'll bring these in.
I've been playing Pizza People Mall.
Oh, you got the skates.
Huh? Peter! Like the room.
between the two of us, I smack him in the face and
Then you win. We are going to start. Why don't we start off at the end? Tim Uren, would you like to offer your opinion as to who would win in a battle between He-Man and the Invisible Girl?
Yes, I would.
Why?
I feel Invisible Girl has this one, because when you look in their hearts, Invisible Girl in her heart has the passion of Submariner in there. He-Man's got Cringer.
Well, I must say that Len may have written that comic, but I'm sure he'll agree I did something more important. I bought that comic.
Captain America versus Swamp Thing. Now, Mr. Uren, would you care to offer your opinion on that?
This is a powerful metaphor of America versus nature. And while nature, of course, could, tremendous power, could crush America, it doesn't. Probably should.
Because America hates nature.
Captain America will crush Swamp Thing.
So that's a good argument. I never thought of it in the socio-political terms.
That changes everything. You make it sound like a Grant Morrison story.
All right. Whereas, since Captain America is the embodiment of America, he would have two essential things. Agent Orange.
And no health insurance.
Chris, are you gonna stand up for Hellboy? Is there a way Hellboy can smack Jack around the way a baby should be smacked around?
Shake him.
Jack.
You know.
No! Zombies! Zombies! Zombies!
Don't worry, we have an hour before they get here.
Who's at the cricket bat?
So to sum up, Wonder Woman.
All right, panelists, we need to know.
Getting that at the San Diego Comic-Con.
I was told we weren't going to be working blue.
Sorry. Who gets close to that? I don't know. He's got 370, so between the two of us, we can. I've got 200. He's got 300.
Steve beat our trade. That's all.
I didn't turn any of you guys. What's that?
Did you turn anything?
No, I didn't take any of the greaves.
I think it's hard to multiply it either.
What do you want to know?
When did you get to bed last night?
I don't know. Feels like an hour ago. Maybe.
Any fun stories from last night? Worth repeating?
Probably not, Ben.
It's a family show.
How do you think they get started? It's a line from Fest, and it's going to be used here.
Probably none was sharing for a family show.
What is this, the con video?
Yep.
27 hours, 3 cups of coffee, and Cinema Rex closed way too damn early. I was so gonna take a nap there, but no. First they keep me up with Flash Gordon. The movie's so bad you just have to watch. And then they're done. And I couldn't take my nap. I blame whoever was in charge of Cinema Rex. And the guy holding the camera right now. Whoever he is, his home.
You know, I seem to remember last year's con video, this guy had something similar to say. So next year, I hope he'll bring back more.
Right.
Yeah.
Off the endangered species list since 1999. Yeah, exactly. Woohoo! I mean, you don't get really good success stories like that, and so it was pretty phenomenal. We coordinated the whole 13 states in the Midwest to be able to recover the peregrine falcon. We also do a lot with the California condor, lead. You know, a lot of banding of the bald eagles and peregrines and ospreys still here in town. And then our final part of it that we do a lot with is obviously rehabilitation and clinic. We get about 800 birds a year in the Raptor Center.
But by the way, also for people that know John Kabalik's work, I learned very early on that he is one of his own characters. And if you had any doubt in that, one of the earliest times I sent him some Dr. Blank artwork, I got an email back from him that the entire email consisted of the phrase "aye!" exclamation point. Which, it's like, okay, you're a Dark Tower character, John.
Getting excited?
I'm ecstatic. It's the best weekend of the entire year. The hordes are coming in!
Yeah, trust me, she does.
No, mundane, dress like a kitty.
And if I'm hoagie stuff at the bar. Excuse me, sir.
No, he's got a wig. He's got a big black.
Badger. No, I'm magic dick.
Holy crap, this room was empty an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah. That's what I got.
That's what I'm asking. As a matter of fact, I am.
Wink at me, baby.
Like, for what? It's like, what? People that are obsessed. You know, if you're
So
solve it in 10 minutes. Now this whole floor is gaming. Dave is actually, he and I are talking about turning this into a literary salon where authors would come and do readings and there'd be like a book swap. And so there are a whole bunch of rooms like this. Typically they compartmentalize. So one of these rooms will be board games, one will be role playing, one will be LAN gaming, one will be collectible card games.
Oh.
Everything up and running?
Will be shortly.
Cool.
You headlined it with ladies, right? You met no one ever comes to exactly, except maybe the woman.
As is the nature with many stories in the old country, basically there's talking birds all over the place, and you happens to come across one who says, "Oh, yeah, you seem to be in a lot of trouble." And Joe says, "Well, you seem to be a master of the obvious. Why don't you go and get me some help here? I will if you give me some food." It's like, yes, I'll give you some food if you go and get some help from me. And so this bird is blown off. In the meantime, of course...
You got a 7, and what's your modifier?
That's my modifier.
That's with that.
because you get more because you're already done.
5,
I'll
10.
step back.
The last one is the silent auction room, and that's where we do a fundraiser every year for the Misfits organization, which is the organization we donate all the income from the convention to. I'm back. case, so this entire room, I mean, and it's full. It is full from one end to the other. Chris, like when he was here, he also had on display some of his work, some you know, some molds and stuff like that. You know, his Arnold Schwarzenegger bust. That's a programming room. This is also the room that we usually hold the art auction in on Saturday night. What typically happens with the art auction, it's scheduled basically so that it's going to start around the time the awards start from Masquerade. So Masquerade happens, and then people that want to buy art come over to the art auction. All these are programmed.
Beware. Okay, kitties, fairies, pretty girls, dragons, or the unexpected.
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 Close your eyes.
We should.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Of course.
Best for last. I hope they're good.
No, we're not. Come on, John.
JPs and Ladleman, here's the deal. You are looking at the model for the photograph. I have known this man for 10 years now, and until I saw the first photo, I had no idea he had this body. You kept it in a box somewhere or something? It's rented for the weekend. Thank you. Thank you. You have a question, miss?
Yes, which one are you bidding on?
This. So do I hear 60?
No.
Why not?
Because I want that one.
And that one, and that one. Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our guest of honor, Mr. Larry.
Somebody was saying they wanted a picture of the costume, and I went, costume? Is there a costume? Well, as you know, we have a terrific charity here for CONvergence. And I'm very, very pleased to be here. We did a bit with them earlier in the day, you might have seen. Brought in a falcon, lovely little owl, and a bald eagle. And did a 2-hour talk with them and just had a terrific time. It's the University of Minnesota Raptor Center. Well, now this is my first time being at any convention in Minnesota after 206 conventions over 22 years. And as I told the folks Thursday after I met with all the staff, I already had one regret, that I hadn't been here before. But I'll tell you, CONvergence has a terrific reputation, despite some's best efforts.
So how many people come in costume?
Well, it depends. I'd say Friday and Saturday night there are a lot of hall costumes, probably 300-400 people dressed up in some sort of wacky costume.
Wow.
From the really basic to the super elaborate.
That's so cute. Look
Hi, Mom.
I'm just like,
Who reserves these rooms? Concom?
Regular congoers that want to throw a room party, and they throw, you would be amazed. There's one person, Roy Richardson.
awesome.
You're being interviewed. Get that camera out of his face.
Get that camera out of my face before I destroy you!
You rule New York City.
Oh, Santa came up to me. He said, Mr. Fisk, you've been a very bad boy for a very long time.
Oh, well, hello. I'm so glad you came tonight. I come to see Edna's Creations. They're all over there. Hi.
Chris, what are you doing to Gromit?
I'm removing his larynx.
Ah. Hey, and Wallace. How are you, Wallace?
Let's cover you with styrofoam and grease and see how long you can survive.
A little warm in there?
It's a little warm in there. It feels good.
You did good, though.
Yeah, removes all the bad things from the body. Purifies me. It's good.
Oh, frightening.
Yeah, my eyes are joking. I had hair and I was everybody else. I was embarrassed. Nope. I lost weight and I let it Yes, the jukebox.
It did. Yes, it did. Excellent.
Thank you.
World, the time has come to. World, the time has come to.
That's okay. As long as you actually remember me this way, it's not.
I just sold. I'm selling everyone. Just look through the windows. This is harmonic convergence, so that's where the music venue is. We used this first time last year, and it's great. We don't know if the hotel's going to let us keep using it, but if they do, oh, we'll be so happy. All right, Alexander, let's go this way now.
How's it going, Scott? You keeping Christian busy?
No, I haven't seen him for like a day.
Really?
Yeah. No, I've been really busy though.
How's it going downstairs?
It's been really busy, but we got a band downstairs that's a Hindustani Bangladeshi.
Oh, John Tree's starting already.
They're going right now.
How much longer are they playing?
They got another half an hour.
Okay, good. I'll work my way down there.
Yeah.
I got the joke once. I mean,
how goes the party, Mr. Bowlesby?
Excellent.
Good?
Good.
Punch of some unknown substance?
It's probably yellow punch. My favorite flavor.
She said no. And I said nothing.
Welcome back, sir. Thank you
you
for returning from last year.
Yes. No, relevant.
And
coming back again next year.
Nice! Oh, that's awesome. Fine work.
More relevant. I walked in the door. I went in the door.
You got a little red on your shirt.
Oh look, so you need too far. If I left too far, I don't know what I'll do.
Thank you.
Hello,
Dear
Dystopia.
Dystopia, you must come on the hour because bingo is crazy.
Bingo?
Oh, did you see bingo? We have video bingo. And did you see the corporate states of America play?
Strawberry colada.
Ooh, strawberry colada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
No, it's not. How you doing?
We have a leader.
Fantastic. Would you like to move on to another vampire?
Sure.
Would you like to kill Tom Cruise?
Shoot him twice. Get the shotgun. Oh! Yay! Shoot him again. Go punch him.
Would you like to kill?
Yay!
Oh, the count.
It wasn't punching a girl.
In the eye. Hey! Oh wait, I kind of feel bad now.
I'm killing Muppets.
Muppet killer.
One stick to the heart.
We're watching Blade. Let's kill Deacon Frost.
Yay! Jeez, you're good.
Had a lot of Nerf guns as a kid.
Do you like anime?
Oh yes. Who
like
doesn't?
Let's kill Count Magnus Lee from Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, that was a great one.
Force is strong with Count Magnus Lee.
And I'm done.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's cookies on the milk. Cookies? There's cookies. All right. Lots of cookies.
I thought we should start following Denise around.
Boring 12
Ooh, I like the Scully.
I'm getting my power set.
Brain. Cake.
Yes, the brain cake we saw earlier, now it's been chewed on. Yar, tell me about your party, mate.
Here we have alien mutant virus. You can die, get a horrible mutation, or 1% get really cool superpowers and a t-shirt.
And out front in the porch, you can have carbonated fruit and liquid nitrogen milkshakes. Here we go, step right up. We're gonna make a chocolate liquid nitrogen milkshake. That's what we're gonna do right here.
Oh boy. Good one, come on.
All of the ingredients in a milkshake are malt at room temperature for now. Ooh, Thor, we did you in school, you're brilliant.
What you making now?
We're making chocolate, that's right, chocolate. Fun for kids and children of all ages. Okay. I'm getting permission for Bobby to stir.
Lots of malt. Malt is good.
Okay, yes. It makes it yummy and tasty and all malty. All right, there's chocolate on the bottom, so get it all going. So we did the pre-mix at room temperature, that's right. See, you're much more of a cook than Mikey.
Scared out Bobby's cleavage. Woohoo! Liquid nitrogen milkshake. All right, we're about to have liquid nitrogen.
And we stir, and we are ready for the pour. And
drum roll. Ready?
1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
That's right, kids. And I'll take that for now. Instantly frozen to a slushy state. Along the way, making some CO2 ice, which contributes to the steam. 320 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, 196.2 below 0 centigrade, 79.2 Kelvin, if I'm doing my arithmetic correctly. That's right. And we have a lovely thick shake consistency, that's right. Milk tap on my whisk, get my ladle, and it's just cold chocolate milk. And luscious, silky chocolatiness to the first person who wants it.
Thank you. Lovely, lovely.
What is the time and the date, my friend?
It's Sunday morning, and this is the first time I have had to read the actual beautiful programming guide. And the coffee's almost kicking in, but not quite there.
So how was your evening last night?
It was great, but I lost an eye. But it's never fun until somebody loses an eye.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
It is Sunday morning. How is the masquerade aftermath?
Aftermath is fabulous. It's just, yeah, being done rocks.
Anything happened better than expected or worse than expected?
Tech didn't go as well as I had planned, and that was just because I had never done a masquerade tech before, so that was a learning experience. Already making notes about how to adjust that for next year. So, but I discovered something amazing called Mobile Con Suite. They brought me dinner last night. That rocked. After not having eaten all day and all this wonderful food shows up, that was awesome. So, and everybody was just amazing to work with.
Any interesting plans for next year?
I'm gonna start planning now.
And the winner in the performance category 2005, something completely different.
Leaping from tree to tree.
Come up with that. Oh, well, Lori here is the masquerade director for Anime Detour, and I was being den mom in the Anime Detour green room this year, and we were just sitting around talking with one of the masquerade groups, and someone mentioned, why doesn't anyone ever do the Spanish Inquisition for costumes? And I thought, yeah, why doesn't anyone ever do the Spanish Inquisition for costumes?
Because nobody expects it, that's why.
Nobody expects it, that's why. So yeah, this thing got bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people just kept getting involved, and eventually it actually resulted in reality, which was kind of unexpected for everyone involved, I think.
Now, last year, did you guys do something too?
I was Captain Jack Sparrow in the masquerade last year,
That's
but
right.
that was unexpected for me too. I was just pulled from the con suite by Aaron.
I was the Terminator Chi last year.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys.
You bet.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You got to beat it next year.
Yeah, we got plans.
Yeah.
We got plans.
Uh-oh.
We completely didn't expect it to become this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nah. Now you guys are big guns, so you gotta raise the roof.
Yeah.
Fukui-san, would you like to take our cameraman on a tour of the art?
Why, yes, I would. Starting over here with iron artist Connie, we have lines. And that's really about it. What is that?
A drawing.
On what planet? Earth.
He's going for a literalist style.
Apparently, yes. And over here we have iron artist blue screen of death. Next we have iron artist Dork, who is doing some more lines. And looks like he is doing a rendition of Jerk Tower. And lastly, we have iron artist Private, who doesn't really want anybody to see what he's doing.
Wise man.
Quite possibly. And lastly, let's go over here and take a look at iron artist Chaos, who's not, so far, used a potato.
Working on it.
You cannot rush these things.
How is that working for you? I'm going back over here.
What sports do they play in Transylvania?
A lot of chase games. a lot of the rules are kind of relaxed, but it's a lot of running and going It's kind of like the Olympics, lots of running. Running events.
Yeah. Hi-chan,
Hi-chan.
do you have a particular favorite video game that you like to play?
ビデオゲームですね。はい。We can't say that here, Sadie.
All right, we'll come back to that one. When you're not creating new, incredibly popular comic book characters or writing fine works of comic, what do you do? What for to relax and?
Brain surgery. I find there's a lot less stress than there is in trying to produce a comic.
Hi, John. What style of music do you perform?
J-pop です。Japanese pop music by my album.
What albums you said you had 3 albums already?
あ、本当なのですね。3アルバムですね。はい。Yes.
Do they have titles?
タイトルは？ね。Yeah. 大丈夫。The first one we released was called Happy Happy Butterfly Sparkle Time. When there were 17 other girls in the group, but we quickly decided it really wasn't going to work out. Well, they whined a lot. I kept this one because she whines less. The second one was Bubble in My Head. And that did pretty well. And then the one we're just releasing now is Haichan Hardcore, which is a more punk, rock and roll J-pop sound. Hi.
Thank you, Hi-chan. Len.
I did not know that she performed Bubble in My Head.
Bubble in My Head?
I have not been able to get that song out of my skull for months now.
Maybe some brain surgery.
Giant, funny-looking potato. How's Iron Artist Power Book doing?
showing off his complete lack of artistic talent as predicted.
Wow, what's he doing over there?
Bad jokes, bad art. They go together.
Every week if you go to our website.
I was going to ask, do you think that since, considering the Count is one of the judges, using wooden stakes in your art is a very good idea?
Oh, damn.
You've got the good eye. I missed that one.
Get.
See if I help.
I saw how you dressed. I don't think I need your input on this.
All right, first we have
Just want to sign it real quick.
Iron Artist That Guy's drawing, if you would, please.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Wow!
Next, we have the inaugural issue of Jerk Tower.
I don't believe it. They executed Order 69. And then they executed Zeppo, Beppo, and Happy Frank. Why would the Senate do this? Why? That, my friend, is why we're going to see the wise one. The wise one. He'll know why we were sent to the moon. He'll know what happened to our carpet bags. The green one knows all. The green clown. He will tell us why this madness started. His answer is all we have. He is our only hope. He is our last chance. Begun the clown wars have. Kill me now.
Wait, hold it up.
Oh, what? And next, the not ready to be picked up, so you have to look on the monitor. Iron Artist Chaoses. There we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this chaos for today.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
So, you're telling me I have to give that whole speech every time I want to return to the ring?
Yes. In that voice.
So, I have to do that every 24 hours?
Indeed you do.
Or else it doesn't work?
That is correct.
My unused minutes wouldn't roll over?
Well, there's a small price to pay for unlimited cosmic power. Yellow. When you join Starfleet, they give you real weapons, like the Type 1 phaser, and the Type 2 phaser.
What's this?
Ma'am, this is the DX-493, assault weapon, the latest in exoskeleton armor-piercing weaponry. It fires 720 explosive armor-piercing bullets every minute. Would you like to know more? The phaser has a stun setting. Machine guns have a stun setting. Well, let's see. Why, yes. Yes, it does. Jolt, it's not yellow.
just telling them about what we do at NASA.
What is their problem?
Oh, come on, lady. This guy's an embarrassment. He still uses rocket engines.
That is true. However, we are real.
Okay, you guys, you don't get it. I'm not actually here for a job. I'm just wasting time until I can go down and register for CONvergence 2006.
I could recalculate my splashdown. Now, CONvergence is in Minnesota, right? Well, there's got to be a lake around there somewhere. I do happen to have an extra Soyuz capsule over at Dock 6. Now, it seats 3.
Shall we? We shall.
No hard feelings, right? Could we bum a ride? Well, gee, I'm really sorry, guys, but shuttle fleet's still grounded until later this month, and they're the only ships that can handle 7 passengers. Maybe Red Shirt there can beam you down. We want to remind you that CONvergence 2005 may be over, but CONvergence itself carries on. Mr. Jeremy Stomberg would like to tell you how. On February 1st, 2003, I was awakened by a telephone call from my best friend early in the morning. "Are you watching TV?" she asked, clearly in distress. I stumbled to the television and saw the replay of Columbia breaking up over Texas as she entered the atmosphere. I was instantly brought back to 6th grade honors English class when Mr. Jones brought in a television when he got the word that Challenger had exploded during takeoff. This is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, and my best friend still wants to be a part of it. Space exploration takes the bravest men and women the world has ever known, and it is a great honor to wear this uniform, fake as it may be. 2006 is the 20th anniversary of the Challenger disaster, but it is quite a bit more. It is also the 25th anniversary of young and Crippen taking Columbia for her maiden voyage, the 30th anniversary of Viking landing on Mars, and the 45th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin and Alan Shepard first taking their respective countries into space. And it's the 40th anniversary of Star Trek, blah, blah, blah. CONvergence 2006 celebrates space exploration, both factual and fictional. CONvergence 2006, boldly voted.
Speaking of t-shirts, though, is Christian Colquhoun in the house? Come here, Christian. Come here. I gotta feel that shirt. What is that? Oh. Christian Colquhoun, former guest of honor, Christian Colquhoun, has been everywhere this weekend, and don't think we didn't notice. And I know you. And I know you're all like, ooh, I love to work, I love to work. But see, this is our opportunity to use you to advertise. So we're gonna give you a volunteer t-shirt that's Mom or yes. Because if there's anybody who's been fighting for your rights in his satin tights or kilt, it is Christian Colquhoun. Yeah. And the reason this convention is so great is because of all of you. Volunteers cannot obviously do it without you. This convention cannot happen without volunteers. You are this convention. Thank you.
This year, we'll be taking a page from another highly revered organization, and we will be incorporating some sorely needed pomp and circumstance into the organization. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the 2005-2006 Misfit President and Grand High Poobah, Jody with an IE,
Now, I'm sorry, actually, before I go on to the next thing, there was something about, Pat being happy, having joy dance. What was the number that Pat said she'd do a happy joy dance for? 600 at the doors. And speaking as the son of 2 math teachers, I believe that 712 is greater than 600. Last year, Pat was pregnant. And claimed that she just couldn't do a happy joy dance. So this year,
She does this too.
She goes, it's too.
And
Oh, no. Chris did it last year.
Chris stepped up and did an admirable happy joy dance. But I hope you all agree with me that there ain't no getting out of it this year.
Actually, in the order of fairness, see, I've done one, Chris has done one, and for God's sakes, you don't want Tim to do one.
Hey, it's real.
I'll never do it again.
When we start a convention here, some guests we might already have, like we have this year, and there's always a few more we're working on. And there's always this mild trepidation of, who are we really getting? We know their names, but we may not really know them that well. We might have met them once or twice, or not at all. And we have been really lucky up till now. And in fact, and fortunately, it keeps getting luckier. The 7 people we got this year have been absolutely tremendous.
Sorry I didn't do any panels this time. Last time I was up here, I did a 7-hour monologue over 2 panels I wasn't supposed to be talking on. They punished me by saying, stay in your room. So, if any of y'all want to come by Cabana 119, I'm down there. There's always seems to be a lot of people there, but you're more than welcome. It's so much fun to stay up till 4:30, 5 in the morning, talking about the minutiae of just about everything. I mean, yesterday I had to look up at the guy who played Logan's Run on the TV show because nobody in the room could figure it out without IMDb. So if you need IMDb answers to trivia questions, you can also come by Cabana 119. Whatever has brain locked you. Hopefully I'll get to come back to another CONvergence. I absolutely love it. And other than having to continue to put up with Tim and Jeremy, it's been really good. So hoping to see y'all again in the future. Thank you, Harry.
Some of know, I used to live in dealers' rooms from about 1969 to well into the 80s, going to these kinds of shows. And one of the reasons Harry and I love coming back so much, and this isn't bullshit, is that I have more fun here than at 90% of the probably 500 or 600 conventions that I've attended. Thank y'all for having me.
We'll keep working on that last 10%. I really can't see much of anybody out there. So Larry, are you out there? Larry Dixon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. Mercedes Lackey. Jenny, I swear it never happened.
He proposed to her in the opening ceremonies for CONvergence. Now he's going to get divorced because of
Next, I'd like to introduce Jim Buchalis.
I've actually been coming to these since 1999, just as a fan. Harry and Jay were guests of honor then. I got a chance to meet Forrest J. Ackerman, other guest of honor. Someone took a picture of me and Forrest J. Ackerman. If you have it, send it to me. Call me. I've had an amazing time. This would have been my all-time favorite meeting. If I were just sitting there, just as a fan, and to be chosen as a guest has been a huge honor. I'm grateful to my friend Jeremy, Tim, Karen, Ishmael, Wendy, Chris, and if I forget anyone, I'm sorry, but just Pat! Oh my God! You guys were great, and I just want to say, I gave a talk on Saturday. It's the same talk that I give at science meetings about the science of superheroes. You guys ask much better questions. Geeks run this planet. And we're not taking any more guff from the men. I started this meeting as just a mild-mannered physics professor, but thanks to all of you and CONvergence,
Ladies and gentlemen, Eileen.
It's amazing you can drag out on stage. I know there are people out there that can breathe. I helped organize the first comics convention back in 1964 when I was still a fetus, thank you very much. It was all about fun, and it was about a love of the medium and sharing something that was special to all of us.
I have been to God knows how many hundreds of other conventions in the 40 years since. And much of that's been lost. Much of it's business, much of it's media, much of it's about the market. Until I came here, and I have to thank you all more than I can begin to describe for restoring what used to be my great love. This is one of the best conventions I have ever been to, and I pray you guys will let me back someday. Thank you very much.
And finally, the last, but certainly not the least of our 7 guests, Mark Wolfman.
Yeah!
There's no way to say anything here. This is incredible. Len actually said everything that I could have possibly wanted to say. This has been a remarkable experience. I've done hundreds upon hundreds of conventions in the last couple of weeks, I think. This year's been insane. You are always nervous when you say yes to a convention that you never heard of. You don't know what you're going to get. I've been to conventions where the 2 guests outnumbered the entire attendance. And I'm not joking, that was the first convention I ever went to in Los Angeles. There was nobody there. The dealers outnumbered the attendees, and I was the guest. And I think that's probably the reason why. This convention is just wonderful. It's the friendly attitude, the feeling of camaraderie, the fun, that comics, that science fiction, that all the imagination that we've always glommed onto either as a reader or as the writers or as the creators, artists or whatever else, the things that this big thing that we've always lived in has sometimes is forgotten, as Len said, and this convention has proven that it is remembered, and I thank you so much for inviting me, and I had a ball, and I really, really, really hope to come back at some point soon. Thank you.
Every one of you for coming to our convention. It is each and every one of you who makes this convention so special for all of us. We can't wait to see you next year. Good night.